Hey everyone, and welcome to the Learning Ladder. Today I thought I'd do a flip through of Journal Through Time. So we've got our name page here and then some instructions about the actual journal. We've got some commonly used books here. The journal goes through from Stone Age all the way through World War II. And here I'll tell you sort of what activities you should expect. And then we go straight into the first journal, which is the Stone, Bronze and Iron Age. You'll see a comprehensive list of books that would go along with that time period. Then the notebook activities for each journal are listed. This is the ones for the Stone Age, and then we've got some templates as well, blank ones that you can use for whatever you'd like. Okay, so I thought I'd go through 3 different periods. So the first one I'll show you is the Ancient Egypt. So we've got all the book list here, the notebook activities that are going to be in this one, and the templates, the blank templates are included. They have their notebook cover. Then we go straight into our first activity. So who are the ancient Egyptians? We've got some copywork here for them. There was also a space to draw and write too. We've got everyday life in Egypt, a day in a temple school, a little comic strip for them to do, an Egyptian feast, pyramids and temples. They get to describe how to make a mummy, the process. There is an activity here to do Egyptian hieroglyphics, and then there's a space here for them to write a story. Also a place for them to do their own art as well. There is a timeline. In this particular one, we've got a roll of story, so they can write some characters, some settings, some second characters and problems, and then have fun creating a story. They can either obviously write it down, or they can just narrate it to you and just have fun in the process of storytelling. We have got an animal fact file, so they could pick an animal from that time period and learn all about it. We've got a letter blank template, so they can write to someone from that time period, or they can write as though they are someone from that time period. The options are endless. There is a newspaper blank template, so they could do a newspaper article from that time period, a recipe template for them to write in here and try out. We've got some facts and figures that they can put in, and then there is a research page that you could assign them somebody to research from that time period, Cleopatra, Caesar, somebody from that time period that they've really enjoyed learning about, that they've seen or something in a book, so that it's not assigned to a specific person. And then we've got some more blank templates here that you could have them do additional activities or something that's inspired them during the journal, during their notebooking or journaling process, or when they've been reading things that's inspired them that they'd like to write more about. Okay, so we'll skip ahead to the Victorians. So here's our book list, the activities that are unique in this particular notebook journal, and then the blank templates are included. There's their front cover that they can decorate and colour if they'd like to. And we've got who were the Victorians, rich and poor comparison. You can document what it was like for them in that time period. We've got working life, health and medicine, a school child's day, so they can do a comic about what a day in school would be like for a child, scientists and inventors from that time period, engineers and builders, all kinds of transport, writers, artists and photographers, and then there is an illustration from Alice in Wonderland here, a picture to colour. Then the research project is for Queen Victoria. There is a place for them to write their own story, so a take on Alice in Wonderland or something else. There are some comic book pages here that they can finish, write the dialogue, colour the picture. There's a Victorian house for them to colour in. Their STEM project is to design a watch. Then there are the blank timeline pages for them to know anything. We've got a roll of story in this one again, an animal fact file, a newspaper article template, a letter writing template, a recipe, facts and figures, another research page if you'd like them to research anybody else, and there's some blank templates so they can choose to know whatever they like for those. Okay, and the last one I'll show you is World War I. So we've got our book list again. The notebook activities are particular to this one. The blank templates are included. We've got our cover for them to colour. We've got what was World War I, the war begins, a worldwide war, my day as a soldier, where they can write a letter, new technology, some copywork for them to do, planes, airplanes and submarines, women at war, my war horse story, after the war, There's another colouring page. We've got a research page for them to do some research on, someone you'd like to either assign them or someone they found really interesting. A wartime poster. They get to design their own wartime poster. And then we've got our timelines. Animal fact file. Another writing template. A newspaper article, a recipe. Facts and figures, research. And the same blank ones. We don't have a story one in that one. So in terms of periods, we've got Stone, Bronze and Iron Age, the Ancient Egyptians, Ancient Greece, Ancient Rome, Anglo-Saxons and Vikings, the Tudors, Shakespeare, the Victorians, World War One, and World War Two. And the activities are different for each of the notebooks. Some of the blank templates are the same, but the actual activities are all different. It's not the same thing. So for example, in World War Two, we can make a ration book. We are writing a letter from wartime London. We've got some copy work. You're designing a parachute for your STEM project. You're also doing a garden plan for the Dig for Victory garden. There's a colouring page in there. There's a research page for you to do. And then there is also a wartime poster. And there's the soldiers parachuting in the poster. So I hope that was helpful for you, give you a look inside, what it's like. If you've got any questions, leave them for me below, and I'll see you in our next video. Take care. Bye for now.